Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Heavy lift helicopters serve an indispensable role within the U.S. military. While they may lack the velocity of fighter jets or the cargo volume of transport planes, their vertical takeoff and landing capabilities, coupled with the ability to hover in place, make them a formidable asset. These helicopters are often deployed in scenarios where no other aircraft can operate, be it dense jungles, mountainous terrain, or improvised landing zones. Throughout the years, the United States has engineered multiple heavy-lift helicopter models, with one of the most iconic being the CH-53. The earliest model, the CH-53A, debuted in the early 1960s and demonstrated its effectiveness during the Vietnam War. It was capable of transporting diverse payloads, including 38 fully equipped troops, 8,000 pounds of internal cargo, and 13,000 pounds externally via a single-point sling hook. Recognizing the need for increased lifting power, the U.S. military advanced the design with the CH-53DC Stallion. This version featured upgraded engines and transmission systems, along with an overhauled interior, allowing it to transport up to 55 soldiers. With this power boost, the helicopter could lift off at a maximum weight of 42,000 pounds. However, as operational demands grew, so did the need for an even more robust helicopter. This led to the development of the CH-53E, which included a third engine, significantly boosting its power and cargo capacity. It could carry up to 30,000 pounds of cargo internally and lift as much as 36,000 pounds externally. The CH-53E's strength was on display on September 22, 2023, when it lifted both a joint tactical vehicle and an M777 howitzer at the Miramar Air Show in San Diego, drawing widespread attention from military enthusiasts and defense analysts alike. In recent decades, the demand for heavy-lift helicopters has surged, driven by their superior payload, operational range, and performance. This need led the U.S. Marine Corps to commission the Sikorsky CH-53K King Stallion, an upgraded model featuring advanced engines, composite rotor blades, and an expanded cabin, intended to replace the CH-53E. The CH-53K not only brings more muscle to the battlefield, but also integrates cutting-edge technology to improve mission flexibility and crew safety. Though the CH-53K does not have integrated weapons, the U.S. Marines can equip GAU-21 50 caliber machine guns on both the left and right doors, as well as on the cargo ramp, to engage ground or aerial threats. Gunners receive thorough training and fire practice rounds at ground targets to prepare for hostile zones during cargo missions. Precision in helicopter maneuvering is essential when using these weapons in an area where the CH-53K excels due to its state-of-the-art fly-by-wire system. This technology enables autonomous or optionally piloted operations, easing pilot workload and reducing exposure to threats during complex missions. It allows the pilot to oversee the mission without being burdened by manual flying. The CH-53K's external lift capability is remarkable, with dual hooks rated for 25,000 pounds each. Its maximum takeoff weight with an external load reaches 88,000 pounds, enabling the transportation of troops, weapons, and heavy machinery. On September 5, 2021, 2 CH-53Ks were dispatched to the White Mountain Range, 20 miles north of Bishop, California, to retrieve a downed Navy MH-60 helicopter involved in a rescue mission. Despite the high-altitude conditions, 12,000 feet above sea level, the CH-53K successfully lifted the 15,200-pound helicopter, showcasing its performance in a challenging recovery mission. This was not just a logistical success, but also a testament to the aircraft's reliability in high-stakes, real-world conditions. Developed by Sikorsky Aircraft, a Lockheed Martin subsidiary, the CH-53K King Stallion represents the next generation of heavy-lift helicopters. The U.S. Marine Corps aims to replace the CH-53E fleet with 200 CH-53K at an estimated cost of $25 billion. Ground testing commenced in April 2014, followed by its maiden flight on October 27, 2015. The Marines received their first CH-53K in May 2018, and the aircraft has since achieved initial operational capability. It has logged over 1,200 flight hours in performance testing. Before each mission, the crew meticulously performs pre-flight inspections, checking the exterior, inspecting the fuselage for leaks, and verifying the electronic systems. Upon completion, the helicopter takes off toward the designated mission. Internally, the CH-53K includes a 30-foot-long by 9-foot-wide cargo bay capable of holding up to 35,000 pounds, including Humvees, 463 L pallets, or 30 fully equipped troops. The design allows cargo to be loaded and unloaded through the rear ramp without needing to adjust or remove troop seats. In 2020, the CH-53K achieved a significant milestone by completing an air-to-air refueling test over the Chesapeake Bay using a KC-130J Super Hercules tanker, despite turbulence and aerodynamic force on the probe. The CH-53K successfully connected with the drogue at higher closure rates multiple times. This success confirms the helicopter's ability to carry more personnel, cargo, and equipment across greater distances and under harsher conditions than any other helicopter in existence. Helicopters have been a mainstay in U.S. naval operations since World War II, supporting roles from search and rescue and troop transport to anti-submarine warfare and resupply missions aboard naval vessels. Before the advent of the CH-53 series, no American heavy-lift helicopter rivaled the Boeing CH-47 Chinook. First entering service in 1962, over 1,200 Chinooks had been built by 2012, securing its place as one of the most successful aircraft in military history. Modern Chinooks differ significantly from those assembled in earlier decades. Boeing recently delivered the final 12 CH-47F models to the Royal Netherlands Air Force. These helicopters began as prefabricated airframe components and were assembled by a combination of automated systems and skilled workers at Boeing's facility in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once assembled and tested, the aircraft are shipped to their respective destinations. Technology has also revolutionized pilot training. At installations like Camp Humphreys, high-tech simulators provide an immersive experience for new pilots, mimicking the actual look and behavior of the aircraft far more realistically than older models, which were often compared to elaborate video games. These tools allow pilots to learn in a secure, controlled environment. Despite the transition to modern variants, older Chinooks still require regular maintenance based on flight hours. Post-maintenance test flights, carried out by specially trained maintenance pilots, assess the aircraft's performance through rigorous maneuvers. These evaluations are crucial, considering the demanding nature of typical CH-47 missions. One such mission profile is known as helocasting, a technique often used by elite forces to covertly infiltrate behind enemy lines. During this maneuver, the Chinook lowers itself just above the water's surface, opens its rear ramp, and reduces speed, enabling personnel to leap into the water undetected by radar, which only tracks the moving aircraft. Another tactical maneuver that showcases the Chinook's agility is the pinnacle landing. In this operation, the pilot carefully positions the rear landing gear on elevated terrain while keeping the rotors running at full capacity. This method allows troops to be rapidly deployed into otherwise inaccessible regions. With the capacity to transport up to 55 soldiers at once, this capability can decisively shift battlefield dynamics. Even after more than 60 years of service, the CH-47 remains one of the most adaptable helicopters in the world. While the CH-53K may soon dominate military inventories, the Chinook's legacy as a premier transport and heavy lift platform is firmly cemented in aviation history. These two machines, each engineered for different operational priorities, together reflect the evolution of rotorcraft design and the enduring importance of air mobility in modern warfare. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.